Okay, let's talk about the C word, cancer. Now, there's several things that I wanted to put out, especially since, like I say, I lost my sister at 45 years old and lost my mom to cancer. But the biggest thing is what I'm trying to do with a lot of this stuff is to make sure that, see if we can kick people in the butt, as I've said, to get going on some of the preventative aspects, because I take a bunch of stuff for preventative purposes for cancer. And, still could get cancer. Any one of us can, because we all carry the cancer cells in our body, and what triggers them to cause them to go bonkers or whatever, who knows. I've got friends of mine that are younger than me that have already had their prostates taken out and, that kind of thing, and I'm definitely not looking to do that. So I'm trying to be on the proactive approach. So the same things, some of these things are preventative, and they're actually, the way I look at it is if some of these things there's claims that you need to investigate about killing cancers. And so if they kill cancers, I'm doing them as preventative, okay? Because I'm looking to stop it before it ever gets started. So let's talk about one we've already discussed. Curcumin again. Geez, keeps coming back up. Inflammation. It's just the most amazing supplement that you can take. They're finding out that it seems to maybe block that signal that causes these cells to take off and start multiplying, exponentially and turning into cancer. So investigate it. Curcumin, everybody should be on. Another one is hemp oil. Hemp oil is legal. Now you're probably, if you're into health at all, you're probably hearing more and more about cannabis oil. Cannabis oil is, if you have cancer and you live in certain states, you can get cannabis oil, but for the average person, cannabis oil is not available. Now keep in mind, this cannabis oil turns into like a tar, and I'm gonna have you watch, here's the link right now. That was the link to watch the video that I found very amazing when I first discovered it a few years ago. If you have cancer, you'll see that even though you're taking cannabis oil, it's not the THC, it's the cannabinoids that are doing the work. And I'm going to have you look at another study that was done in Spain. Here's the link. I'm taking hemp oil now as a preventative. I take it with coconut oil. And yes, I don't have a problem just downing it, but you could put it in a smoothie you could make in the morning that would have, you could throw diatomaceous earth in there, you could throw, different things in there, some chia seed to fill you up, and blueberries and for antioxidant and all kinds of stuff, so you could make a smoothie. But I'm taking hemp oil straight as a preventative once I discovered its value and everything. Things that they're finding that are affecting cancers, it looks like, for killing them, I'm taking for preventative. So, the way I look at it is, no, I'd prefer not to have colon cancer. I'd prefer not to have prostate cancer, so I'm gonna do some preventative stuff. Some people understand you can approach them and you can try to bug them. They're not going to do anything. I'm not afraid of death. I just want to stay as healthy as I can for as long as I can and try to avoid going to a hospital. B17 is another thing that you need to be aware of. You're going to read a lot about B17 and people that are doing it. They're getting it out of peach pits and things. I believe you're going to find that it's because there is some Laetrile in there. Laetrile is a word we heard a while back that was supposedly going to be a really big deal, and it's still used in some of the alternative, places. What's interesting is, again, I remember reading years ago about Edgar Cayce, and he claimed that if you took one raw almond a day, you'd never have cancer. Well, almonds have Laetrile in them too. So, but they've done a lot of studies with Laetrile, and it doesn't seem to be, it's not the cure-all for cancer. The one that looks the most exciting, in my opinion, is cannabis oil. Cannabis oil looks incredibly exciting, and as a preventative, why not do hemp oil? I mean, you can put hemp oil. It's important to understand if you do the hemp oil, though, it's important to understand you want to keep it refrigerated, and you need to use it up fairly in a reasonable period of time. It's not going to keep its vitality forever, so, be aware of that. So what would I do if I got diagnosed with cancer? Well, diet would change immediately. I'd pretty much go on a macrobiotic diet, or, that. I'd be doing a lot of ozonated water because it'd be oxygenating. I'd be looking for cannabis oil. I'd be figuring out how to get cannabis oil myself. And I already do hemp oil, so I would continue to do that. I would do Bob Beck's protocol also, which is the blood electrification, and and he has ozonated water in there too. So basically, that's the direction I would go if I got diagnosed with cancer. That's what I would do, because I'm pretty amazed by a lot of the stuff that I've learned. That would be my choice. That's not, saying that would be recommended, but that's what I would do. These next links are a bunch of websites on cancer, cures, and other things. You need to look at these. These are phenomenal sites. These people have put out a lot of energy to bring you this information. And anybody that has cancer or cancer's in the family or whatever, they should be aware of this stuff.